Joining us now here on SportsCenter, Richard Jefferson. Spent some time there in Cleveland. Matter of fact, I think he won a championship with those Cavs squad there as well. Let's talk about this response from Boston. Second straight series, RJ, that they lose game 2 at home, then go on the road for an impressive game 3 win. What did you make of how they turned things around here in Cleveland?
Well, to me, in Game 2, it was really about that second half. They missed 10 out of their last 11 threes, and we know, even with all the talent that they have on their roster, they are very three-dependent. But they did a good job in this game, in my opinion, of mixing it up. They were getting to the free throw line. They were moving the ball. They were really getting anything that they wanted. To me, with Evan Mobley in and out of the game, he sprained his ankle a little bit. It allowed for them to attack the paint, and the Cavaliers just didn't do a good job of really getting into that body and making them make extra plays and extra passes.
When you're trying to make a response as a unit on the road in the playoffs, usually your best players have to step up, and that happened for Boston with both Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I think a lot of Boston fans, RJ, are wondering the consistency of both of those guys in the playoffs when it means the most. What did you make of those two guys here? Because they needed to make a statement in this game.
They needed to make a statement, but I think some of that outside noise, some of that pressure that the Boston Celtics either feel or they hear, I think a lot of it is because they have so much talent. We put up a graphic today saying that they are on the same list as Bird and McHale for both teammates going 25-plus in the postseason. The difference is that Bird and McHale were winning championships during that stretch, and that's the last thing for the Boston Celtics and really this tandem of Tatum and Brown to do. So they answered the call tonight. You're not going to go through the postseason and dominate everybody the way you did in the regular season. On top of it, they're short Porzingis, and he's such a big part of what they do offensively and defensively. So their message was, hey, we're not going to win every game, but we're going to bring the right approach, and I thought that they brought the right approach to the road because Cleveland is a very hard place to play. Jason Tatum mentioned the atmosphere in his interview with Cassidy.
All right, last thing I want to ask you about the Cavs, and I'm going to preface my question by saying I've had really good times in the 2-1-6, so Cavs fans don't come after me with this question. But if Boston plays their best and the Cavs play their best, I think most people would say the Celtics would win each game and win this series. So with that being said, how can Cleveland do something in Game 4 that sends this series back to Boston tied 2-2?
Well, I still think that there's more depth on the Boston Celtics side, and that's where they have a little bit more freedom to have Jason Tatum not really play great thus far in the postseason. Really, when you look at what he's done, he hasn't been his normal self, but he doesn't need to be. On the Cavs side, they don't have any room for error. They need to get Isaac Okoro. He's got to do more. They have to have Karis LeVert did great in the second half. He's got to be better in the first half. So they just need a consistent collective effort. They don't have the freedom to be up and down the same way the Boston Celtics do.
Well, you know who's never up and down? Richard Jefferson, because he's here on SportsCenter. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.